Today, we will learn how to deal with problems which are inevitable. Okay? Now, we know some ways of dealing with problems, I'm sure, but the way we are going to learn about it is to deal with them consciously. So let us become a little conscious so that we are able to receive and be centered. And I urge each and every one of you to keep paying attention till the very end so that you can learn what we have to learn today. It will change your life. So take in a deep breath and breathe in ease and joy. Now breathe in slowly. Any stress that is come from yesterday, drop what came from yesterday. Let's quickly look at something which we all experience or we have been experiencing. That's called problems at work. Now, whether you work in a corporation, you run a business or manage people, so we are managing people all the time, right? Even if you're at home. Challenges are a part of the game, isn't it? So, the ability, look, we may not be able to avoid a problem, but we can definitely deal with it in a way that we do not lose our confidence, we do not lose our energy, we do not lose our self-esteem, and at the end of it, we come out more powerful, having learned something and become a better version of ourselves. Now, what if the problem is not a problem? Problem is just a label that we are giving it. If we had not given that label called problem, would we not deal with it differently? So the moment the mind says problem, then there's a problem, right? If you say, oh, just another situation, I know how to deal with it. So, suppose we shift to a mode of operation, which is instead of reacting, we perceive, okay, this is what is happening, and we respond. Perceive and respond. That's where the power will lie. Okay? Think about it. If you did not give it a label called problem and you said, okay, situation, how do I respond to it? So let's look at the nature of these so-called work problems. So let's name them. So, quick look at them. If you like, some of you can raise your hands and respond to this. What are the typical problems? One sentence answers, please. Go ahead. Yes, Vetri?
Demotivation.
Demotivation, okay. It is a situation that demotivates, na? What problem would demotivate you? Petri, that question is addressed to you. What
Some
kind
people,
of a problem?
some people's talk, sir, like seniors, when the way they talk to youngsters without their, they often use this tool just to threaten, demotivate.
Okay, got it. Thank you very much. Yes, Tanmay. After Tanmay, Gautam.
There are conflicts that arise at work where there's a situation where something which the client expects something, but it's going to take time, and yet they give you a very tight deadline.
Okay, I got it. Thank you very much. Gautam?
Tension.
What's that?
Tension.
Yeah, but what causes that tension? That's what we're asking. Some situation
That's the
causes
problem which give me the tension.
Which kind of problem?
Like that, my voter place has shifted from the normal voter place to another distance place.
Okay, got it. So that causes you problem. Yes, Reddy Garu.
Teamwork.
Teamwork causes you problem.
Because it is a team effort.
All right, thank you. Raghavan.
Latecomers.
All right. So let me put them in different categories. All right. It could be a situation where there is a difficult boss or a colleague. People who don't cooperate, who put you down, who are rude to you, or colleagues who don't listen to you, colleagues who do not want to go along with you. We would call it lack of teamwork. Yeah. And Tanmay mentioned something that's unrealistic deadlines. Somebody is giving you a crazy deadline, it'll make you, it's a problem, right? Another one which nobody mentioned yet is a lack of recognition. You're doing so much good work, they never mention that. They never appreciate that. They only point out mistakes, right? And office politics we've all had to face. Then communication breakdowns with people. A very big one which people keep complaining about is work-life imbalance. Yeah. Then self-doubt. What they call now as imposter feelings. Now I want you to notice something in this. Each of these situations will have two sides. The situation itself, like what is happening, that is the situation, is actually what is happening, and our reaction to it. I will also say our own interpretation of that situation. For example, one boss who frustrates one person may be motivating another one. I still remember there was one guy in one department which was headed by a friend, but one of his guys, he was really upset about it. कि वो सर हमेशा डांटते हैं, he's pointing out, गलती निकालते रहते हैं, कभी अच्छी बात बोलने को नहीं होती है. Another guy in that department, he used to say, सर देखो कितने अच्छे हैं, कितना टाइम लगाते हैं हमको सिखाने के लिए, और हमारी छोटी छोटी गलतियों पे उनको गुस्सा आता है, मैं समझ सकता हूँ, क्योंकि हम भी तो गधे हैं ना. So two people in the same situation. Yeah. So that same boss was frustrating one guy and making him upset. Another guy was looking at the positive side of it. Now let's look at deadlines. The same deadline that feels impossible to one person or a team, it becomes an exciting challenge for another one. Okay, we will do it. So the point is, problems are not fixed realities, So they are, what becomes a problem is our interpretation of that situation. In other words, what we are saying about this situation. परिस्थिति के बारे में हम क्या बोल रहे हैं? That is the problem, causing a problem. Either it makes you feel happy or it makes you sad. So the first step in dealing with problems at work or wherever else it might be is to move from reaction to response. So what is the difference between two? Reaction comes automatically. Reaction comes and you have no control over it. Okay, reaction comes from your third brain, brain number one. It only knows how to react, fight or flight. There's no reflection, there's no thinking, there's no time for thinking. So, with a little bit of training, which you are getting here, instead of reacting, you will shift to responding. So, what is the difference between the two? Reaction is automatically unthinking, brain is not working. In that situation, actually, your brain is switched off. In response, you cool down, you calmly reflect on it, then you use your brain to respond. in a manner which empowers you and it's beneficial to everybody. Huh? So let's understand what is it that triggers you. Triggers you off. So please close your eyes for a moment. Now recall a recent situation at work that really upset you or drained you. कुछ ऐसी परिस्थिति को याद करें जहां पर आप बहुत ज्यादा परेशान हो गए थे. Now ask yourself, what exactly triggered me? What story did I tell myself in that moment? मैंने उस वक्त क्या कह रहा था अपने आप से? And whatever I was saying to myself, what emotion did it create? जो मैं अपने आप से बोल रहा था उससे कौन सी भावना जागी? Was it anger, helplessness, fear or guilt? And because of that feeling, what did you do? So something was happening and you were saying some story to yourself about it. And what emotion did you get? Anger, helpless, fear or guilt? And what did you do as a result of it? क्या हुआ? Just remember it. If you want, you can write down what happened. So something happens, means let's say the boss came and scolded you, or he pointed out a mistake, criticized you, and your story is, this fellow is always trying to put me down, this fellow is trying to discourage me, this fellow hates me. How will you feel? Sadness, anger, disappointment, demotivation, if you're saying like that. Or if you said to yourself, oh, thank God he pointed it out. Otherwise, the client would have got very upset with us. I'm so happy that he points out. It'll help me to do my work in a better manner. Then how will you feel? So every problem carries a mirror, it's trying to show you something. तो हर समस्या आपको कुछ दिखाने की कोशिश कर रही है. It shows us where we are still attached to control. We want to control everything. It will also show us where we are always looking for validation. दूसरा बोल रहा है, other person is saying, oh, very good, very good. Or we are looking for total perfection. And it upsets us every time it is not perfect. Now, once you see the mirror, so in the mirror you are able to see, oh, this is why I am getting upset. मैं कंट्रोल कर रहा हूं, कंट्रोल में नहीं आ रहा है, अपसेट हो रहा हूं. आई एम लुकिंग फॉर वैलिडेशन, तारीफ चाहिए मुझे, नहीं मिल रहा है. तो मिरर इज शोइंग यू ना. नाउ द सेम situation, the same problem, it becomes a teacher. The same problem becomes a coach for you, not a tormentor. The same problem, you're now not saying कि वो हैरान परेशान होने के लिए करते हैं ऐसे. So let me give you some consciousness tools to handle any challenges that you face. So the first one is, whenever there is a challenge, pause and breathe. I've showed you many times. Breathe in deeply, hold for 4 seconds, and then breathe out. A count of 6, and then hold and breathe in. So this pause will put you more in awareness. It will put you in a better state to respond instead of react. So next time before reacting to a mail or reacting to a meeting or reacting to a mistake, what will you do? Pause, take 3 deep breaths. And this simple single act will rewire your nervous system from fight or flight to being more present. Your frontal thinking brain will now become active. So that is the first thing that you can do. Second thing which you can do is ask empowering questions to yourself. Normally when some problem is going on, you may be asking, why is this happening to me? मेरे साथ ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? Right? So instead of doing that, you ask a different question. What awareness is this situation giving me? What is this situation teaching me? What possibility am I not seeing yet? कौन सी संभावना मुझे नजर नहीं आ रही है? How can I respond as a person that I wish to be, that I choose to be? What type of person wants to respond to it? Kamzor? Do you want to respond to it as a weak leader or a strong one? So that was the second way of dealing with it. Third way of dealing with the problem is simple one. Shift your energy physically. So when there is a problem, pause and then stand up, stretch, go outside for a minute. So movement will change energy faster than your thinking does. And that's the time when you can, really think, okay, what is the situation teaching me, blah, blah, blah. All right. Now the fourth one. The fourth one is something which I'm really fond of. Practicing allowance. Now we've done many sessions in which we've explained to you what allowance is. I'll try and explain again. Allowance is not agreement. It is acknowledgement. ऐसा है, ठीक है. Whatever it is, it's fine. It is the way it is. And then you can say, interesting point of view that they have this point of view. Let us say somebody criticized you. किसी ने गलती निकाली. Pause and then say to yourself, oh, it's interesting that they have such an interesting point of view. Immediately you will start noticing that your emotional, whatever feeling is there, it starts going. Now, the next thing, very, very important, I call it the resetting of your gratitude. So every time you are hit by a challenge or hit by a problem, write down one thing that you are grateful for in that moment. Only one. If you want, you can write 2. If you want, you can write 3. Now, gratitude is a wonderful thing. It will rewire your brain. It will rewire your perception from scarcity, lack, scarcity. It will shift it to abundance. And that is a very powerful place to be. It will shift you from being a helpless victim to more in control of the situation, calm, composed, confident, knowing how to deal with that situation. So let's very quickly do an energy alignment exercise before we step into the week and step into the day. So please sit straight And close your eyes and visualize a gentle golden light at the top of your head. As you inhale, let it flow through your body, relaxing every muscle. As you exhale, release tension from your shoulders and heart. Now imagine that light expanding throughout your workplace, touching your desk and your colleagues and your clients. Everything is bathed, showered in calm, clarity, and cooperation. Start to feel the energy of ease at work. All right, so remember one thing, conscious professionals. You want to be a conscious manager, conscious leader, conscious person, isn't it? So conscious professionals don't wait for perfect conditions. They bring awareness into whatever imperfection may be there. They will shift their attention from complaining to creation. So instead of saying, this person is difficult, they will not say, this person is difficult. They will ask, what energy, space, and consciousness can I be to make this interaction smoother? Instead of saying, I cannot handle this pressure, they will say, I am expanding my capacity. And I'd like you to remember one thing. Problems will look very small in the presence of consciousness. Yeah? High consciousness means real power. You don't have to use any force anymore. So problems become very small in the presence of heightened consciousness. So let me give you some things to do from now on. Definitely, in any work-related situation that normally upsets you or triggers you, write down this affirmation beside it. On the left side, write down, this is the problem which upsets me. Yeah, write down, I choose to respond with awareness, ease, and clarity. Now read it every morning for 7 days. Please remember, problems are not interruptions. रुकावटें नहीं हैं, they are invitations, एक न्योता हैं. They are invitations to grow your consciousness, deepen your presence, and express the real conscious leader which is there within you. So when you change your energy, your workplace begins to reflect it back. So thank you for beginning your day with awareness and wishing you a conscious, productive, and peaceful day ahead.